folks, welcome to another episode of the Fast Race Show. Today I am doing an unboxing. This came in the mail the other day for me, and it's another helmet. This is AGV. In this episode as well, I'm going to give you my honest opinion of the deluxe Oxford Balaclava. I'm a big believer in these because I commute and Canberra it gets very cold. Lifesaver. So give you a review on that. But first of all, let's have a look at the AGV helmet. So all the links will be in the description if you're interested in buying one. I purchased this from AMA Warehouse. They sent it out with all the paperwork, and even better, if it doesn't fit, return and exchange. I've tested that myself before with the open-faced helmet, and they honour it. They'll send out the other size. Yeah, it's a little bit clunky with postage and stuff, but I find the pricing is far outweighs it. Obviously here we get our additional visor clips, sticker and a booklet on all the I suppose legal important stuff, and then we get the helmet itself. So this helmet I really liked. I think I mentioned before I wasn't a huge fan of my graphics that I chose on the K3 SV Birdie. So this is a K1. It's the grip. So the graphics are pretty, what I would say, tame. Now with this particular helmet there is no drop down visor, which I don't know if I liked it enough to be bothered. This is a size ML as well. As I mentioned in previous video, I purchased the Birdie sight unseen because I need the size measurement and it fits. This one, same thing. Once you know a brand, once you know your size, it's pretty good. So we've got 3 top mount vents. Got our chin vent down here. And we've got a visor crack. The reason I purchased this helmet is because with commuting I want to be able to wash out the insides and have some flexibility and options, as well as being able to potentially take a pillion. Gives plenty of options in that way. Again, I like the case K1 because it comes with double Ds. So in terms of on the inside, it's made out of the same fabric I think as the K3. Pretty much I'm not 100% sure on this, but it seems like most of the mechanics and stuff are all the same as the K3. It just doesn't have a drop down visor. This one also doesn't come with a pin lock, so you can get the pin lock for it. As I've mentioned in other videos, I don't know if the pin lock actually does anti-fog, because riding in freezing cold mornings and stuff, it fogs up. It's going to fog up regardless. So yeah, I kind of can't put value to it, I suppose, which is why coming down to, again, your gear choice and stuff does help. So this is a microfiber balaclava. It's from the Oxford brand, so obviously good quality motorcycle gear. And essentially I love this. I've bought a number of them so I can actually obviously wash and cycle them, which possibly also helps with the internal on the helmet. You're not having to obviously wash it. It's not getting as yuck from your sweat and odours and hair product or any of those sorts of things. So every morning I essentially tuck this on, chuck my jacket on, and because of its size, it actually tucks in under your jacket, so you end up getting 0 exposed neck, chin, keeps you warm. So yes, I guess in terms of internals, there is capability for a headset, and I do have a headset that I purchased and I'm waiting on arriving, which I'll do an install on that. It's a FOD Sports with a camera. So I liked the original FOD Sport I had, didn't have a camera. Went to the Maxto, that's been fantastic. However, I'm obviously try different brand, different model. So going to do an install on that to this. So I've got a headset on this, a headset on my Birdie, and as I've said, the open face is going to remain open faced and uncommunicated. If I do want music, I'll put my AirPods in and be able to put it into noise cancellation, and that way then I don't have to have obviously the noise of the surrounds. So that's what I purchased. Putting these things on, I do actually also find it does help hold my hair intact as such. It's one of the most interesting things to put yourself in out in public. And I've often been said, you're going to go rob a bank now. So the Fitment. Which at this point I'm pretty sure you're not going to hear how much I'm saying. But for Fitment, she's very snug, which is good. I don't feel any pressure points, I don't feel like it's hurting at all. As mentioned, everything functions. I will do a couple of rides and see how it goes. Probably, but as for Fitment, it actually feels a bit firmer than the K3, and yeah, she feels good. I think again, the sun visor element is helpful, but I have been told that again, there are compromises within the sun visor unit, because with the sun visor, you've got the sun visor kicks up, which then actually prevents these vents, because you've now got a visor that's gone up in it, from being effective. So I do think there are pros and cons. Often just around town, this is going to do plenty good, because if it's sunny, I chuck sunnies on, I'm riding for 30 minutes max, potentially around town, before I stop to hop off, do whatever. Do I need a flick down sun visor? Not really. Sun visor, great for highway, if you're doing numerous kilometers, because again, you don't want to keep pulling over to take your sunglasses off and pocket them, and all of that takes up time, or you have to suck it up and either not put your sunnies on and have the sun blasting your eyes, or you go through a shady spot or a cloud cover and you're wearing sunglasses, which is preventing your visibility. It's a matrix as such of options. As for comfort, I really like this. As for build quality, AGV have never let me down. Like I said, the spoiler on the K3, it was a little bit roughed, and that was my purpose. It wasn't as fault of the manufacturer. And the only other thing with my Birdie is the comms unit, the clip snapped. That was pretty much it. So if you haven't done an AGV, these are pretty easy to do a change. Click that down, click that out. Click that down, click it out. Visors out. You can get numerous different types of visors. You can get tinted visors. You can get, they do say they're racetrack only, the iridiums. I used to have an iridium on my original helmet that I had before when I had my accident. I don't know if that's manufacturer states that it's for track use only and people choose to ride with them on the road. I don't know. I've obviously grown up and these days I'm happy. And side by side, there's your birdie, your K3. So they're a little bit bigger. Your main eyebrow vent, your top vent is a bit bigger than this one. Still got your crack, and then you've got your chin. That's all the same. And as mentioned, you've got your flip down sun visor on that particular model. On this one, I did end up ripping off the spoiler because it's double-sided taped, and that wasn't by me. I got tired of it just sort of hanging there, so I ripped it off altogether, and it hasn't really impacted anything. You've got still a bit of a lip for rain, so rain doesn't actually like seep down in it. Yeah, like I said, it's been a great unit. I'm not getting rid of it. I'll probably still use that for some more highway kilometres. I do have plans in the future to buy a K5 or K6, and that will potentially become my long distance one, with the sun visor drop down and obviously being quite a fair bit more of an investment. But as for internals, these I'm pretty sure don't want to hit it on the ground. I'm pretty sure you can pull the internals out of this one and stick them into this one because they are the exact same type, the same size, although I think this fabric feels a bit nicer and a bit softer. So you've got to remember there is age as well difference. So this one's now 2.5 years old. This one, I think, is last year's model because I got it heavily reduced through AMA Warehouse. The link will be in the description. Overall though, I find AGV do build very good helmets. Cost effective, so you're not spending a fortune, whereas your Shoeies, Arise and stuff, you start paying quite a large amount of money. Can you put a dollar on your head? Not really. It's your melon, it's going to save you, it's quite critical. However, AGV is not a subpar company, nor do they provide you with subpar product. Like I said, some of these things are probably just more of a design. The spoiler on the back, the way they chose to mount them might not have been the most ideal. It looks like it was just a few plastic push-ins which were grabbing onto it. Knocked it a couple of times, bumped it against a few things. Like, helmets are going to cop a little bit of abuse. You are generally, if you're carrying it around with you, unless you're like nursing it, it's going to get caught on some things. So I guess next thing is where to with this. So like I said, I will be getting a new comms kit for this particular helmet. I will probably get myself a GoPro mount, a chin mount for this unit as well. I am curious to whether or not this visor could go onto my K1. Why, you ask? Because the pin lock's already on it. But in saying that, this is a brand new, unscratched, unhurt visor. But for compatibility's sake, and for the viewers, Again, we are talking about the exact same size helmet, so this is the largest shell. Should fit snug, so you can, they're compatible essentially. I guess AGV don't want to make a million different visors. It's probably not really a very viable accessory for them to have different sizes. The main difference being your shell. So if you have the smaller shell, you need to make sure you get smaller visors, and if you have the larger shell, so you get the large visors. Yeah, so as mentioned, I'll do some road experience with this and see how the road noise is. This is not at all sponsored or paid for by AMA Warehouse or AGV. I have paid for this with my own money, so I will be honest with the feedback I provide you guys. But as I've said before, I do prefer the double D chin mount. It makes it easy to park it up, to lock it on the bike, if that's what you choose. You can get Oxford make a helmet bag, which you can essentially secure your bike. Don't know how I feel about it. If you're interested in seeing any particular accessories or products, drop them in the comments and I will see what I can do to getting some of those accessories and provide you with some feedback. Like I say, I'll do an install on the new headset and I'll do a review and an unboxing when that arrives. But as for now, that's all I've got for you. As I've mentioned, the clip on that's what has gone. It's not a problem of AGV. It was max tow, got clipped one day and it snapped. So yeah, stay tuned. I will provide you some more goodness about this helmet. And thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed the content, hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe bell notification, you'll get my other updates. I do apologise, it's been a rough period of time. I have gone through a job change. There's been a lot happening in my world and I have not even touched the CB again. So I have, it is all roadworthy now. Those videos are coming through. I have had I'm going to do a clutch, so I'm going to do the fibres and the springs on that. I'll have to on that soon. And then we can start essentially dicing the bike. So yeah, if you're keen on that, definitely hit the subscribe, bell notification. The content on that is going to start ramping up again, now that I'm stabilised again. I'm back to planet Earth. If you've enjoyed it, again, thanks for watching and I will catch you on the next one.
This is lit.